Welcome to a sneak peek into my mobility workout. We get warmed up, focusing on full body mobility, then get into a joint focused mobility section with strengthening, stability, flexibility exercises, and finishing with relaxing and stretching out our joints and muscles. So are you ready? Let's get started. Semi-kneeling position, one leg out to the side. We'll take a big breath and exhale out. Come back center and reach out front, sitting down, hips on your heel. And then come up on one side and open your chest, follow your hand with your eyesight. Breathe. And then thread this arm through, reach out as far as you can. And one more time, open. And take it back. And we'll switch to the other side. Side flex your trunk. Reach up and over, swing. And then sit down, reach out front. Come back center, open up your thoracic spine, then thread this arm through. And one more time, we are dynamically moving through these stretches, still warming up those muscles, so we do not want to hold them for too long. Now we're gonna get into a child pose and do a spinal wave. So knees a little wider, just under your hips, palms down, forearm down, and then we're gonna get down with the chest, dive all the way front, and then start rounding your back all the way up, and sit back down. And then one more time, go through this. It's like a cat-cow stretch. And now we're gonna get those knees closer together and do a walking child pose. So we push the hips out one side and the same arm will walk toward the legs on the other side, and then come back center, push your hips out other way and reach over as far as you can, lower down and come back down center, round your back up. Take a big breath up and exhale. And now we're gonna get into a pike. So just extend your knees, place your feet down, both feet down. And we're gonna do a little ankle warm up by moving in spot, walking on those feet. And now hold, just pause there, place those feet down and pause, pushing your hips back, pause a couple of times. And now we're gonna extend alternating legs with control, no swinging, no momentum. One more each. And come back down. And we'll start with a little strengthening of our ankle, knee, and hip joints. So we're gonna get into a squat position, a low squat, and we try to stay down low there. And we're gonna rock, we're gonna shift the weight front and back. And as you do that, notice how your foot plantar flexes and dorsi flexes. So you're rocking that ankle front and back. It's a good ankle strengthening move. And you can do about 2 sets, 30 seconds to 1 minute of each. Okay, now we're gonna stand up, do a little hip strengthening. Stand up tall, gonna turn sideways, it's easier to see. We're gonna lift one leg so that the knee is about hip height. And from here, we're gonna press into our palm, so lift the leg, come down only hip height, and you can also add a little press into that knee. You can do both, like a little resistance. And you want to do at least 10 to 20 reps on each side, about 2 sets. Keep your core tight, trunk tall, and lift and lower. Work that hip flexor. And you got up to the number you want it to do. Then you switch to the other side, set up, good form, and go. And again, if you want to add a little push down, like a real resistance against that hip flexor, against that foot or leg, you can. Okay, so make sure you complete 2 sets, up to 20 reps each, at least 10 to 12. And now we're gonna get cut. Okay, so here is our next move. We're gonna be in a wide squat, strengthening our knees and hips. Wide squat position where you can comfortably get down low with those hips. And we're gonna move one knee in center and then other one in center. If you feel you need some support, feel free to place the hands down for some added support. But if you can, try to leave it all to your lower body. Again, about 10 reps each side, 2 sets. If you're losing your form or it gets uncomfortable, just stop, relax, release, and come back to the second set when you're ready. Okay, we're gonna sit down, both legs extended, V-sit position, so slightly hinge back, chest open, spine neutral, core engaged, abdominals braced, and we're gonna do a little lift and abduction of the legs. Now you can do both together, both sides, or you can separate and do one at a time. So you can go up. You can also imagine this as a hover over an obstacle, so something that you have there, here you have to avoid it, right? If you need, of course, place those hands down for more support. Again, 2 sets of 10 or more reps, not more than 20. And you got another hip strengthening exercise. Okay, continuing on the hips and knees, we're gonna get in a bear position. So bear is when your palms are under your shoulders, knees under your hips, neutral spine, and then knees are slightly lifted, and I want to emphasize the slide, so you don't want to be up here very high, you want to be down low here. Choose one leg, bring it in, flex the hip, and extend, kick back, in and out. 10 to 20 on each side, kick. You can play with your foot, flex and point. And once you're done one side, you switch to the other side, choose the other leg, and go. One thing you want to watch for is the other knee not to go down and up. So try to keep it level, close to the floor. And another option for a lower impact would be a quadruped position. So the other knee would be placed down and you would still get some work. It's just lower impact. So that was another exercise to strengthen and mobilize your hip. We're gonna get into a bridge position, a supine bridge, and we will do some hip raises together with some leg raises. So, laying on your back, feet under your knees, shoulders down. We're gonna lift the hips and lower, so that is one move. And also the knee will come up, one leg at a time, will alternate sides, or you can choose to do one set on one side, second set on the other side. As you lift the hip, the leg will come up. So up and down, up and down. Extend the hip and bring it down, lift. Lift the hip, lift the knee. 10 to 20 each side. When you're done, switch up and down. You can also choose, as you might have noticed, I've been doing the plantar flexion, so raising the heel on that lower leg side, the side that is down on the floor, right? And lift and lower. And you complete those number of reps until you feel you're done. Not that done. You don't want to lose your form. Okay, enough of hips, what do you think? And knees and ankles. What about a little upper body? I really like one move for the shoulder clock. So you imagine that your arms are the pendulum and they start at 12 o'clock. And depending how many you want to do, hour by hour or maybe second hour, you can do 2 o'clock, 4 o'clock. 6 o'clock might be hard to really get down there, right? But 5 o'clock, so you can do like 1, 3, 5. And just come with me and you will understand what I mean. So we're gonna be down here. We will place the feet down into the mat and we will take the knees off the mat and then we're gonna extend the back. So we will work isometrically our lower back. Then the arm will extend over top and we'll just start placing, kind of pointing those hours, however exactly you want to do, how detailed, every hour, second hour, just keep doing this. You can also do this without the back extension and that will strengthen the shoulder, only shoulder joint, and that is perfect too. And you want to have control, right? So really point out each hour, maybe point with your finger or as you wish. Think about those muscles that you're working. Feel that shoulder joint getting stronger. And here I would say do about 6 to 10 reps and then rest and do the second set. So one would be the clock, so you go down and come back up. Okay. Another one for the shoulders. You can be along the wall or just imagine that there's a wall behind you. You will just stand against the wall, up tall, squeeze your shoulder blades, open that chest, squeeze the elbows behind, and then start pushing up and pushing behind. And if you're maybe too close into that wall, you don't have that space, just step an inch away, just a little away, and then start squeezing, pushing up those arms, but it's not as much about the lift, but it's more about the squeeze of those shoulder blades, squeezing them back. And slowly lift. And it should be painfully lots of work. 8 reps should be enough, 2 sets. If it's not hard or you're not feeling it, unless you're very, very strong, maybe you're not doing it right. So make sure you're squeezing, opening that chest, squeezing those elbows back, keeping those shoulder blades retracted, and really, really squeezing that way up and down. Okay, I think it's time for some flexibility. So while we are here along this wall, and again, if you're not beside the wall, that's fine, we can go down on semi-kneeling, semi-lunge, like a lunge position kneeling. And so if you're here along the wall, then we will be doing some controlled articular rotations for our shoulders. So we will take one arm and across that wall, go back all the way behind, and then come back center. And you can follow that hand with your eyesight. And then you can do about 10 each side, switch sides, and then other side. Try to keep your hips square, right? We are not twisting with the hips into the wall, just moving along with our shoulder and arm. And so you complete those number of reps. And then we're gonna get into a lizard pose. So that's a wide split lunge pose where you slightly open up one foot out to the side, place your hand or your forearm down on the floor and follow with that other one. Great inner thigh, hamstring stretch. Also good for that lower back. So again, if you cannot get down to that forearm, that's okay. Just try to lower as much as you can, keeping that back neutral and lowering your chest toward the floor. And then we're gonna place that elbow into your inner thigh and open that thoracic spine, and this time we are going to hold it. So you will hold a little longer, 5 to 6 breaths, around 30 seconds or up to a minute if you want and you got the time. And then we'll do the same on the other side. So split your leg, open that front foot out to the side, and then lower down, hands between your legs. And then hold as long as you need. Again, do a second set if you want. And then elbow into your thigh for some support. Open up. Hold. And when you're done, we'll come back. Center. We'll get into this low, deep squat pose and we'll rock side to side. And then we'll fold down, hips up, extend your knees and walk your hands behind between your legs. Reach out as far as you can and hold. Feeling the stretch in your lower back. And then come back center, walk over your right foot, lower down over your leg and hold. And again, these holds, you can hold them or keep them as long as you need. 30 seconds, up to a minute, if even 2 minutes, and do 2 sets of each. Walk to the other side. Just pause the video, hold, and then start it when you're ready for the next move. And then we go down, sit, 90 knees, approximately. And then we're gonna fold over toward the front leg and reach, lower down, and reach over sideways, lumbar spine stretch. Once you feel a release, we will switch to the other side. You don't have to move. I will just come to be in a similar position. So I'm sideways, reaching, go down. And we'll come up center. We'll take a big breath up. And that was a little sneak peek into a mobility workout. Thank you for joining me today. Make sure you connect with me, like the video if you enjoyed it, and come back next time. See you.